We need to change our education system. So for that, I have divided this video into 6 different parts and to make you understand what exactly we can do to bring that change. We need to upgrade our education system. But before we begin, share this video if you feel it is right and we have to make our voice heard. It's not just a time to say Black Life Matters, all life matters, justice for them, justice for him. It's a justice for us and we need to bring this change. So I have divided this video into 6 parts and here we go with the first one. India's higher education system is world third largest. We got almost 1,000 universities and total 32,600 different colleges, which has almost 155 national institutes. According to MHRD, there are 3 crore 70 lakh students who enroll for a higher education system, out of which 72% of students graduate. So on an average, 2 crore 90 lakh students come in the outside market every year. According to sources, an article of 2016 says about almost 80% of the freshly graduate engineer students won't get a job. According to another report, on May 2020, there is almost 23.5% of unemployment rate in our country. So just imagine, after this lockdown, what our life are going to be like. There were many offer letters that were being offered during the college time. After this pandemic, their offer letters they have took back and they have told, your seats are under hold. There comes the second question. Why are marks made important when we actually need skills? In our education system, teachers make us forcefully study and make us score because your score shows their performance. They make us blindly believe that 25% of life, what you study and score, will define your career. This generation needs 50% of practical and 50% of theory. Yes, though the colleges have done the 50% or 40% of marks on practical, but in reality, we are not actually getting the practical knowledge, but we are forced to stick with our books and read them all the day long. What we call it as extra activity should be made the main part of life. If the students want to be in dance, sports, art, culture, anything he wants to make a life, he has to be supported. 50% of what we study in real life, we can never implement that in our real life. We have learned much of a modern history which is more manipulated, right from the Quit India movement to the freedom struggle. What is not necessary, we study that in our textbooks. Maybe it is for the high school students or for the graduate students. There is much of thing which is in our textbook which is not at all necessary. Here we go with the main problem, number 4. They are simply waste. We read it for examination and that's not necessary in our life. Question number 4. Students studying in English medium schools from 1st standard to 12th have not learned English yet. Most of the students have difficulty to even create a sentence. Because more we focused was on textbooks and marks, but not the vocal communication. Making a language compulsory is not necessary, though we have a state languages which we have to learn because to keep up our own language and our own spirit. But English plays a very important role in each one of our career. There comes the question 5. Make one compulsory period in all the classes in all the ages to improve their communication, to improve their way of living, to improve how to behave in the outside world and how the competitive world outside is waiting for them. They need to be shown some motivational videos, they should have some guest talks which should not be boring but more practical than somebody speaking and the rest of the class should not listen to it. There is something that is two-way happening. Most of the degree colleges or the higher master degree colleges where they try to mold the students. Most of us cannot open up in front of people. We just crush ourselves feeling that I cannot do it. Because from childhood we have never been given a scope to speak on a stage. So there should be equal importance to everyone, and in this, teacher's role matters. every day there should be one session on physical fitness, maybe it is yoga, exercise, stretch, Zumba, whatever things you can add, and make the kids as the think tank of the future. Give them real life problems. I'm not saying the kids of like 5 to 6, not 5th, 6th standard kids, I'm telling about the 10th standard kids, 9th standard kids coming up for degree, PUC. Make us the think tanks, give us certain real life problems, and we have to find solutions for it. Just don't give us assignments, just don't make us write something which is not necessary, which is a complete what we feel. We've been put up into such education system, we've been totally brain, and we want a way out from this. Make us understand the word issues. Tell us to create stories. Tell us to narrate stories. Make every individual creative when they are small kids. And here is the last question. There should be a voting system for all the professors, lecturers, teachers in different platforms. The students have to vote them, and that data has to go to the government, and maybe one or two might have problems or they may create problems, but when it comes to voting system, it's their own individual viewpoint. Though the students' name should not be recorded, but they can give up their viewpoint and their voting. It will be very easy and helpful for the college and the management system to work on it. To get kids trained, we need to have a proper training for the staff. When the staff is trained, the kids' life mold. When life molds, the entire country get upgraded. Everyone in this world wants to earn, but for that there are only two platforms. One, either work as an employee on monthly basis salary, or start your own business. But to grow in these both, your communication skill matters a lot. So please, central government and state government, upgrade our education system. Though the pandemic has hit us very hard, this is the right time to change everything. Right now, country needs skilled laborers. Right now, country needs people who are very smart. Right now, the same country needs people who can fight back the Chinese boycott. Country needs the future developers. Right now, the country needs you, the future of India. There is one of the book called as Steal Like an Artist of Austin Klein, in which he defines about how you need to learn from others and implement in your real life. So please do learn from people, do learn from your surrounding and improve. Please don't stop to improve yourself because of somebody is trying to pull you back. So be ready for any of the situation that you need to face in your upcoming life. You're watching Varun Katti's Indian Brain Test, so do subscribe my channel so I can come up with such topics again. Let's together make it happen. Force the government, change our education system. Let's make it together. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Inqilab Zindabad, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Varun Katti signing out.